boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscure Joe PT, and for today what we have in here, it is Resident Evil 2, the remake. So you know, this game, it is developed by Capcom and it is using the RE engine, the new engine from Capcom that it was used 2 years ago in Resident Evil 7. It is also used now in Resident Evil 2, the remake, and it will be used on Devil May Cry 5. And its optimization, it is great. So let's start with the settings. So I'm playing the game with, I decided to test with performance priority and also balance. When trying with graphics priority, the performance, it is simply horrible, around 15 frames per second, because the lack of VRAM. So this is the performance priority. It still looks pretty good, but there are some very big cutbacks on the graphics quality. For me, most of the biggest drawbacks, it was on screen space reflections. I think the game doesn't even look the same without it. It's not that they are good, but there is clearly a big difference without them. So for me, my favorite setting to play this game, it is the balance, and despite we are a little bit overboard with the VRAM and it might be a little bit noticeable with sometimes some stuttering, it's not really that bad. And you can enjoy high resolution textures, screen space reflections, ambient occlusion, volumetric lighting that despite being on low, it is at the level of the consoles. So yeah, this is pretty much the graphics that you are going to get. It's more in line with the consoles and they are actually very good. So this is the minimum requirements for the game. This game asks for a minimum of an FX 6300, which we only have a Phenom II, and an HG 7850, which is more powerful than the R7 260X. This said that this is what is strictly minimum for playing at 1080p 30 frames per second, but as you can see, if you select the balance, which is pretty much the median settings of this game, even with the Phenom II, which is much worse than the FX 6300, you get an average of 48 frames per second, and the game never dipped down from the 37. So even if you reduce the settings to performance priority, which is kind of low settings, you get a much better average, but unfortunately the 1% low, it is still pretty much at 39 frames per second. Well, what happens is this game can be a little bit CPU bound, and unfortunately DirectX 12 doesn't really help that much in this game. In fact, DirectX 12, it is a very bad implementation in this game, so I do recommend you to use DirectX 11 instead, because you are not going to get better frame rate or less CPU usage with DirectX 12 in this game. Nonetheless, yeah, I'm very impressed with the graphics, the animation and the performance. Unfortunately, on this video, since I was recording with AMD Radeon Relive, performance, it is much worse because the CPU utilization gets pretty high on this game, and I also was pushing too much of the VRAM, so recording above of it caused massive damage. So the game performs much better without recording and much less stuttering. This is something that you should know about it. The game costs right now $59.99 on Steam. I think it's a little bit expensive, but the game, it is clearly awesome. It's one of the best Resident Evils I ever been playing, I ever played so far. So this receives a very big recommendation from me. But anyway, if you don't have the money for it, or you are, you know, going through a complicated phase with money in your life, you can get this game from Kinguin for around 38 euros. So it's much less expensive. It's pretty much half of the price. So if you want to save some money, just buy through Kinguin and you will be supporting the channel. So guys, that's all. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. It is amazing, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
No way. This can't be. What the? This is out of control. Shit. It's everybody. They've all returned. There it is. The station. Hello? Is anybody here? There has to be someone here. Not good.
David! Marvin! You there? I found a way out! It's in here! Send reinforcements! East hallway!
I gotta find that guy.
Jesus.
Open up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'll get you out!
Help me! Please!
Give me your hand.
Help me!
I got you. Give me your other hand.